Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Rachel Vlogs. I fell off the grid today and it was a lot more fun than I had anticipated. I have not slept more than 2 nights in my own bed for the last 2.5 weeks and am now home and able to enjoy a couple of days off. So I was challenged to have a day essentially in a park, maybe at a stretch in a cafe on my own, which for me, if you know me personally, you'll probably know that that is indeed quite a challenge of an idea. I survived is the newsflash I think everyone needs to be reassured with. I actually enjoyed it despite dreading the day. I thought I'd just share a few reflections. I know it's a bit ironic that I've had a 9 to 5 without tech, off-grid, and now I'm making a video about it. But if we put that fact aside, it might be interesting to hear from the person who claims to be an extreme extrovert and who makes videos and is on social media a lot, to hear what it was like to put your phone away for a whole day. That shouldn't be a big deal, really. Really, it shouldn't be a big deal. The fact this morning I pressed the wrong button to turn the phone off first alerted me to the fact I really haven't turned my phone off very much, and I really think I should. So if anything has come of today, I'm going to try and turn my phone off a bit more. I read one statistic that said we look at our phones 200 times a day. I have no idea if that is true or not, but I think it should only be a few times, unless we're in a contacting messaging thing. And I know I check it far more than that. So, won't be a bad shout to just put it aside for a day. Surely it'll be easy, Rachel. So indeed, the news flash is that I've survived. I was a little bit intense when I came home because I haven't really been talking to people. That was something I needed to factor in. And it wasn't as difficult as I thought, but I've been with people so much that having some space was refreshing, enjoyable, and I finished one book, read a whole other book, and started a 3rd book. All of which is, despite me not really enjoying reading, I love what I learned from reading, so having that time and that space to do that was really good. And I can confidently say that the world went on! It was intense when I did turn my phone back on and about 40 things started going, "Look at me, give me attention!" I hadn't had all those things clamouring for my attention throughout the day. It meant that it was just a spurt of and then it was gone instead of drip feeding through the day. That was positive. Something that was really strange, however, was the fact that I noticed time go slower. Not in a negative way, just that sometimes when you're with friends or potentially when you're just with tech, time just disappears. To just take it easy and look at the time and think, and then realise you're a whole hour ahead of yourself. You got plenty time! Was a wonderful, refreshing feeling, and it almost felt like that should be normal. That felt how time should normally pass. Which, I don't know, maybe that's just me, maybe, I don't know. It's also a fine line to then not demonise tech and say, oh, we need to just leave it and make loads of rules for ourselves and not have anything to do with it. So it's a fine line of honouring people and lovingly getting back to people who are trying to contact you and doing the responsibilities you have and using tech well. It's just our relationship to tech maybe isn't great. Potentially people like myself who are on the internet a lot, it's part of our lives and so it is much more infiltratory, and potentially that's our responsibilities to have better discipline with it. Segueing to last week's video and this week's video are uploaded on a Monday. Hopefully that's going to be my new upload day. This whole YouTube thing is now more of my life than just an odd hobby every now and again. I'm gonna give a go not doing it on a Sunday. We'll see how that rolls. Well, you can put that in your pipe and smoke it on Rachel's reflections on falling off the grid. Thank you very much for watching and I shall see you soon. Bye!